Vertigo, Deadshot, and the two lovebirds, Punch and Julie, form the Task Force X, a secret group of convict killers that follows Waller's orders. Their target is an underboss in the Black Mask Mob, a man named Tobias Whale, who has incriminating and sensitive info about powerful people around the globe. The team locates and infiltrates Whale's train. They take out his men, killing them each in their own special way. Amidst flying bullets and razor-cut laser beams, Task Force X advances, but Whale is quickly informed of this and surprises Vertigo and Deadshot. But Vertigo manages to subdue Whale with his powers, and Punch finishes him off by forcing him to shoot himself in the head. Vertigo retrieves the precious flash drive, but he and Julie betray Deadshot and Punch, with the latter getting killed by his sweetheart. Deadshot asks why, and Vertigo explains that he and Julie are soulmates that want the info for their own purposes. Deadshot, however, informs them that Waller has been listening to their whole conversation, suspecting that a traitor was in the team all along. Waller triggers a mechanism that results in Vertigo's head being blown up. Deadshot spares Julie from this cruel fate by shooting her in the head. A while later in Gotham City, Professor Pig is ready to operate on Harvey Dent, when suddenly two women break in the facility and stop the procedure, rudely requesting the doctor's services. In Belle Reve Correctional Institute, Deadshot receives another letter back from his daughter. He listens to next cell Captain Boomerang before Waller appears with a handcuffed Harley Quinn. Waller recruits 3 more inmates: Killer Frost, who can turn anything into ice, Copperhead, a bionic snake man, and Bronze Tiger, an expert in martial arts. The newfound squad has their safety apparatuses inserted in their bodies, the ones where their heads are blown if they don't play nicely, and then they're briefed about their new mission. Steel Maxim is their target, a man that has stolen a card Waller desperately needs. Deadshot and Bronze Tiger have a beef, but Waller puts them in line and sends them off to their trailer to begin their mission. As the squad travels to Branson, Missouri, a mole tells Zoom and his team, comprised of Silver Banshee and Blockbuster, Waller's plans about the card. Deadshot and the rest split in order to find Steel Maxim, who soon makes a rather impressive entrance. Silver Banshee and Blockbuster, however, spoil the entertainment of the ladies, attacking the male stripper. Deadshot intervenes, and together with his teammates they fight Banshee and Blockbuster, saving Steel Maxim. Zoom comes to disrupt their efforts, but Harley Quinn offers the squad a way out. Zoom chases them, but thanks to Killer Frost, the squad manages to get away. Later on, the squad questions Steel Maxim, who reveals that he was once Dr. Fate, hence his unfortunate acquaintance with Silver Banshee. One day Steel received the blessing of a supernatural entity named Nabu and became a superhero by wearing a magical helmet. He confronted Banshee and ended up spending a passionate night with her. Being at Nabu's service, Dr. Fate had to stop all sorts of monsters and villains in the world, and also take care of the entity's base and his belongings. One of the things that intrigued Steel the most was a black card, which on it, the words, "Get out of hell free," were written. The special thing about this card is that whoever has it can go straight to heaven instead of hell when they die. But that can only happen once. Steel continues his narrative, saying about a gorgeous redhead he met once in a bar. He took her to his place, along with her girlfriend. But as it turned out, the mysterious woman only wanted the card. Having lost the card, Steel was kicked out of Nabu's place, and lost the mantle of Dr. Fate. Having no other choice, he changed his name to Steel Maxim, and became a stripper. Deadshot contacts Waller and hears that the man is telling the truth. He suspects that Scandal Savage and Knockout may be behind the card theft, but Waller tells him that the Immortal Savage is more likely to be the mastermind. Deadshot worries about this encounter, but Waller sweetens the deal by offering him 10 years off his sentence. Deadshot agrees and gets a team on the road again. They ditch Steel Maxim and carry on with their mission. While they're talking about the card's abilities, Zoom and his team grab Steel, who has been arrested by a deputy officer. Waller soon informs the squad about Savage's whereabouts and sends them there. The squad infiltrates the building, where Scandal and Knockout are holding Professor Pig captive, waiting to operate on Savage. The squad, though, enters and a fight ensues. The two ladies are vanquished by Deadshot and his team, who retrieve the card only to see a chopper coming and armed troops firing at them. Another bloody fight begins, in which Knockout gets heavily wounded and nearly killed by Savage. Deadshot grabs the black card, but he and his team pretty soon find themselves in a tight spot. Deadshot seeks to negotiate with Savage, who threatens to kill them all if he doesn't get the card. Deadshot uses the card as a bargaining chip in order to buy some time, and with no other choice he throws it at Savage, and he and his team attempt to escape with the elevator. Copperhead helps them to avoid all the heavy fire, and Killer Frost saves them from a plunge to their deaths. As Savage leaves, Scandal glares at her father. Zoom and his team are also watching him leaving, and Zoom succeeds in putting a tracking device on his ship. Waller scowls at Deadshot for losing the card and orders them to do something about it at once. Deadshot ditches then the team and goes to search for his daughter Zoe in Lacoma, Utah. He finds her in a building, but she runs away and Bronze Tiger gets in his way. The two men brawl, but they stop when the squad comes again. Deadshot realizes that the girl who ran away wasn't his daughter, and gets inside the trailer, where he learns that he's not the leader of the mission anymore. Bronze Tiger is now the man in charge. The squad continues its trip, and when they stop for fuel and provisions, Deadshot receives a call from Scandal, who betrays her father to him, giving him his location. Killer Frost gets attacked by Silver Banshee in the ladies' room, and she is taken by Zoom. Deadshot follows them, but Banshee throws him off-road and Zoom gets away. The squad eventually picks up Deadshot. Zoom proposes to Killer Frost to help him out in their quest for the card. He offers her a life of freedom and takes off her deadly apparatus. In the meantime, the squad has already found the cabin, and following a crazy Harley Quinn, they get inside, only to find Zoom and Frost already gone. Waller triggers the bomb, thinking it is still inside Frost's body, but Zoom has put the bomb under the cabin. In the ensuing explosion, Bronze Tiger gets seriously wounded. The squad takes Tiger and carries on with the mission. Waller uses the coordinates Deadshot got from Scandal and sends them to a grim mansion. Inside, the squad finds Professor Pig is dead, and venturing deeper they find Savage is waiting for them. Deadshot asks for the card, but Savage has already implanted it inside his chest, making it impossible to get it without killing him. Savage traps the squad and goes to kill them when all of a sudden Banshee stops him, knocking him out. Frost freezes the squad and Zoom comes in. Frost starts cooling Savage while Zoom shows Deadshot that he has a hole in his head, something which is making him slow. He says that Batman did this and that through his incredible speed, he managed to delay his death for an infinite amount of time, but with him clearly in a handicap. Zoom retrieves the card from Savage's chest, but Frost kills Banshee and Blockbuster. She attacks and freezes Zoom, taking the card for herself. She tells Deadshot that she will sell the card in an auction and live a wealthy and free life. As she walks away, Copperhead breaks free from his icy cage and fights her. As Frost freezes Copperhead again, Waller triggers the bomb in him and gets them both killed. The rest of the squad breaks the ice that binds, but Boomerang crosses them when he gets the card from Deadshot and runs away. Bronze Tiger appears then and stops him long enough for Zoom to come and beat Boomerang up for the card. Bronze Tiger finds the card and fights Zoom, who cuts him so bad he almost bleeds out. With one last swing of his tiny blade, Zoom gets the card, but Deadshot comes and aims his guns at him. Zoom challenges him to end his life, in which way he will use the card, but then Bronze Tiger cuts Zoom's fingers holding the card, and Deadshot kills Zoom. As Waller's chopper lands, Deadshot gives a dying tiger the card and sends him to heaven. Waller comes in shortly afterwards, demanding the card. Deadshot gives it to her, but she doesn't know that it is already used up. Harley Quinn informs them that Zoom is not dead and that he has escaped. Deadshot leaves and goes to Lacoma again to meet his daughter. The film ends with father and daughter walking towards each other. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to our channel. I'll be back with another interesting movie recap. Until then, take care.